Hello, friends. Thank you for joining. Welcome back to Just a Little Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Wilma. Glad you're here. If you're not new here, I'm also glad you're here. Thank you for coming back. Today we are going to do a seed haul, but first I wanted to show you my new setup in my office. Let me turn this around so I could show you. Sorry, it's kind of bright, but this is my new setup. So instead of putting everything into the gym, I'm going to have it here in my office. Those down here are my jalapenos, and I think bell peppers are in here as well that I need to pot. I'm going to do that later today. That's why I had those moved out of the way. And this is everything else that is left. I'm going to have to do an inventory on what survived because unfortunately we had a lot of casualties. Let me show you what I mean. These are my casualties. I had quite a bit that did not make it after I up-potted them. I'm thinking it was the dampening off is what happened because they just fell over and was just very weak right at the base where the little root went into the soil. So none of those survived. I'll show you a little clip I did like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, of when they were in the gym and they were falling over and I couldn't figure out what was going on. So I had a lot that just did that. I'm sorry for the noise of the fan. I just wanted y'all to see. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but that keeps happening. That keeps happening to a lot of my seedlings or starts or whatever they're called. All my little plants. Look. I just brought them in from outside. I had them outside in the sun for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, trying to get them some real sun. And they weren't all like this perky, but they were standing up. Now they're not. But even when I wasn't putting them outside, just under just lights, this was happening. I've already lost maybe 8 or 9 like that. They're falling over. And then they start shriveling like this. I don't know what I'm doing wrong or why I keep losing them. If anyone has any idea what I'm doing, what I could be doing differently, why this keeps happening, please let me know. At this rate, most of my little plants are not going to make it until I'm able to put them outside. I don't know what else to do. I'm just at a loss right now. This is so upsetting. I'm thinking I watered them too much because I was watering from the top on these, because if you see, I just put those in here, so that wasn't like that. They were all in something like this. So I couldn't water from the bottom. I would bring them out of the gym and then I would water them from the top. And I think the soil just stayed wet and soggy, and that's probably what happened. It's the only thing I can think of. So I did an inventory on everything that I lost. I need to go and check everything that I have left to see if I'm missing something so I can start it again. I'm going to have to start some more seeds for a lot of these if I don't have any of a certain kind that survived. So it's very sad. This was very upsetting. But now we're going to have to do it again. Hopefully I have at least one of each variety that survived inside, and then I won't have to do any more. But if I don't, then I need to start another seed or two. And also, unfortunately, the Dollar Tree experiments were also casualties. Those are the cantaloupes, Dollar Tree, seed plant, the sugar baby watermelon from Dollar Tree. The sugar baby from in my gardener had already not sprouted. If y'all remember from the last video, that never came up. And so this is what was left. I had one more that I was going to end up using, and that one ended up not making it as well. And I think there was a squash that we had. I don't see that out here, so maybe that one survived. I'm gonna have to go check. But if we want to continue with the experiment, I'm gonna have to start all over again, because the experiment went down the drain with everything else here. I just wanted to show you all my losses. I was very upset yesterday when I had to put these all out here. I tried moving them underneath the grow lights, thinking maybe the heat or the light being very close would wake them back up or help them somehow, but it didn't. So I guess you can't win them all when you're gardening. I definitely didn't. This was a very humbling experience. I thought I was doing everything right, and I was not. So hopefully I can learn from this and not water as much, and make sure that the soil does not stay soggy. Although the top looked like it was drying out, I guess it never actually did when I would water them again, so now I know. This is a list that I wrote down from the inventory outside, everything that did not make it. So there was a lot. This one here, surprisingly, it is a miracle that this one made it. This one was actually starting to look like the ones outside. And when I brought it in here, I'm not sure what happened, but new leaves started growing on it and it made it. So I am so excited that at least one of those, because the other three, I only had 4 of those, the other 3 were gone. And here, I might need to get a ladder so I can show you, because I'm too short for this. But you see how those 2 are falling like that? That's exactly what they were doing. That's how they started. And so I don't know if those are going to make it. I think there's one back here that did not. I can't see. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I had to bring them down because I could not see them. It was too high. Okay, so we have these that I'm not sure are going to make it. We have the Super Verde de Tomatillo, 2 cocoa melons, Bella Rosa, and a celebration tomato. Now this is exactly what they were doing outside when they were in the gym. And you see right here, it would just get very, very weak. I'm not sure this one's going to make it at all. Everything is just dark. And from what I read, if they have that dampening off disease or whatever it is, I guess it's just me watering it too much, that there's no coming back from that. Look at that. See how weak it is? So this one didn't make it. The Bella Rosa, I don't think this one is either. I really want it to, but look at it. And this one, I don't understand because the leaves are nice and pretty, but it won't stand up. I don't think I'm supposed to trellis at this stage, am I? It's still very young for me to do that. I don't know what to do, because I need to add these to the inventory. And then I read, let me know if it's true or not, that I can't even reuse this soil for seedlings. I can go throw it like in one of the garden beds that I have back there that is not full yet. I can throw it in there, but I can't use it as a seed starter because of the dampening off disease or whatever. It might still be in the soil. Not sure if that's true. That's what I was reading. Let me know if y'all know any differently. If not, I'm just going to go throw the soil into that bed that I still haven't filled up yet. I have here, this is one of my potatoes, my seed potatoes, so I need to go put this inside of a grow bag because this one is huge already. Unfortunately, some of the other ones that I had back there from the seed potatoes, the ones that you started with the actual seed for potatoes, those didn't make it. But I have that one, and I have one more, if I can find it. I know I have another back there, the one in the very back. So I have 2 left from the little Clancy seed potatoes, the ones with the true seeds. I have just 2 out of probably, wow, how many did I have? 10, 15, maybe 16 or 17 in total. I have 2 because the other ones, I watered them too much, I guess. The watering portion is very, very confusing to me. I thought I was supposed to water them every day, but I guess I need to let them dry out in between waterings. That part I'm not sure of. So I need to do some more reading on that to figure out what I'm doing wrong, because I do not want to kill any more of these. All right, let's go through these seed packets that I got and figure out what else we're going to plant. I'll go through the inventory on these probably tomorrow. I'll do another video on that to find out what we need to replant if I have any left over. Like that Tasty Bites, that's the only one that's left, so as long as that one remains, then I won't have to plant any more of those. But I don't know if I lost one certain variety, if I lost all of them from one certain variety or not, or if I at least have one from everything that I did. So we will find out about that. All right, let's get to seeds. Okay, now on to happy things are seeds. So I got a shipment from In My Gardener, and I got one from Botanical Interest. So this one's smaller. Let's do this one first. Now I did open this already, and I planted one of these, this one, which is the Pea Snap Sugar Magnolia. I already planted all of these outside. I planted them in the same bed with the Butter Crunch lettuce. I planted them along the back side. I'm not sure if I showed you that already. I might have. I think I put a picture of that at the beginning of this video. So everything that's standing up at the very back of that is this. And then I also ordered Numex lemon spice chili jalapeno. So this one, I think it's supposed to have like a citrusy taste. It says jalapeno heat with a slight citrus flavor. So I cannot wait to try this one. This one sounds like it's gonna be delicious. And then I got a cayenne blend. So I'm not sure what it means by cayenne blend, because are there 3 different varieties in here? It doesn't really say. It just says cayenne blend. So, and it has a picture of green ones, yellow ones, and red ones. So maybe there's 3 different in here. And then we have poblano. Can you see that? Poblano peppers here. And serranos. So I'm going to be making some salsa with that one. And then we got Italian Roma tomatoes. And I've never tried this one before. It's called shishito peppers. I've never tried it. It's an heirloom pepper. And you're supposed to like grill them or fry them up somehow. So we're going to try that. And then of course you get your thank you lettuce. So this is everything that I got from Botanical Interest. So now we'll move on to our other In My Gardener. Okay, so from the In My Gardener, first one is a teddy bear sunflower. I thought this was just so cute. It looks really soft, that little petal. So I can't wait to have that out there in the garden. This is the only flower I got. And then I got green globe artichoke. My daughter wants to try making this, so we will see how that goes. Hopefully it's going to taste good. I've never tried an artichoke before. She has, and she likes it. So she wants to grow that, but I've never tried it. And then moving on to our peas, I have Sugar and Snap. I have Spring Blush Pea. This one looks really pretty. And then I have Blue Shelling Snow Pea. Looks more purple, but they call it a blue shelling. I'm not sure what the differences are. These are all supposed to be really sweet, so hopefully they are. And then basic Sugar Snap. So I'm going to put these along the trellis out there. I'm not going to plant as many as I did the one from Botanical Interest. I put that entire seed packet out there. I won't do that to these because I need to save room, because I got a lot of beans also. Let's go over the beans. I have already contender bush beans that are growing right here behind y'all. I did order another one. This is what I have growing right now already. So that's going to be the first thing that goes into the garden because I already have some. And then we have Blue Lake Bush. And then, I'm going to say this wrong, Antiqua Bush. I'm not sure if I said that correctly. And then we have Provider. We have the Strike. I'm not sure what the differences are between these. I'm not sure if I'm going to grow all of them this season. I might pick 2 or 3, aside from the contender that we already have, just so I can taste the differences and see which one I like. So next year we'll know. Royal Burgundy. Now these are all bush. I'm not sure if I got any pole. I might have. I did. I can see one here now. This one here is a jade bush. So the next one is a pole, Oriental Yard long pole. This one looks very, very long. It's supposed to grow up to 18 to 36 inches. That is a very long green bean. So we'll see how that looks when it's on there. Oh, I have 2 more poles. Okay. Purple potted pole. And Blue Lake pole. So I have the Blue Lake bush as well as the pole. So that's the entire variety of the beans that I got. Now we can go to our peppers. The tomatoes I'm going to do last because I got a lot of tomatoes. I don't know what is wrong with me when I'm looking at the seeds online because I just want to order all of them. They all look good and I just can picture myself growing every single one of them, and I order them and I need to stop. I do need to stop. Although I do have another tiny order coming in of seeds, but after that I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I will. Okay, so Sienna Glow Pepper. I guess it's like a purple bell pepper. Blot Bell Pepper. This is another purple variety. It's very pretty. And then Cayenne Long Slim Pepper. Guess I didn't realize that I had already ordered cayenne peppers when I ordered more cayenne peppers. You see? Problem ordering these things. Tabasco pepper. I'm going to try making Tabasco sauce with this. So hopefully I can do that. Big Jim peppers. And this one, I don't think this was supposed to be really hot. It says it's spicy enough for salsas and chilies without an overpowering heat. So it's hot, but it's not like burn your face off hot. So this is going to be good. Another citrusy one. This is lemon drop pepper. So it's going to have that heat, I think, but it's going to have a citrusy taste to it. So this is going to be good. I'm going to try making a little citrusy hot sauce with that too. New Mex Joe Parker. I thought I ordered a New Mex, unless this is a different variety, because I don't think the other one was called Joe Parker. I actually need to start looking at what I'm ordering because I'm ordering the same thing from different places. Habanada pepper. So this is like a habanero flavor without the heat. Habanada. So there's nada in there. Y'all got it right? I got that. Okay, giant Marconi pepper. This one is a mulatto Islen. I can't say that. Isleno? I'm probably saying that completely wrong. But it's a nice dark colored pepper. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like a bell pepper or not. It doesn't really say. It says mild heat. So I'm not sure if it's like a chili pepper or a bell pepper. And then we have cayenne orange. I did not have orange in that variety pack from, where's that place? Botanical Interest. That one had red, yellow, and green. It didn't have orange, so now I have orange. And then we have Thai chili pepper, Fresno chili pepper. Now I wanted to get the Fresno because I ordered from, what is that place called? I can't remember the name of it, but it was Fresno jalapenos. They were sliced up, and I don't know if they were dehydrated or if they were frozen, like freeze dried. I'm not sure what it was, but it was inside of a little container with olive oil, and it was delicious. It was so good. And so when I saw Fresno, that is the type of jalapenos that they had in there. So I got that so I can try making my own, because I have a dehydrator. So I can dehydrate them and put them in some olive oil, and maybe I'll have it without having to order it. Tam jalapeno peppers. We have cayenne purple, more cayenne, but purple. And then a Sugar Rush stripy pepper. And this one is all supposed to, I think it's supposed to have some kind of flavoring to it. I don't know if it's like an orangey flavor. I don't know. But it looks good. Sugar Rush. I'm not sure if it has a citrus flavor to it or not. But that's all of the peppers that we got. Now on to tomatoes. I have a problem when it comes to tomatoes. I already told y'all. I have a problem. Big problem. But they're so pretty. Look, okay, we'll start off with curtain call. Look at how beautiful that looks. Don't you just want to grow that in your garden? I do. And then we have Bountilicious. And this one's supposed to be very productive, hence the name Bountilicious. So hopefully it works. San Marzano, it's like aroma. And then we have another very pretty one, Chocolate Stripes. Kind of looks like the curtain call, kind of resembles it, but it looks very good. I can't wait to eat that. And then Red Center Floor. This one is a cherry tomato, but it is supposed to be very, very, I just lost my train of thought. It's supposed to give you a lot, like a lot of little cherry tomatoes all over. It says it's supposed to cluster and give you a whole lot. So hopefully it does. And then this one, Champagne Bubbles. This is also a mini cherry tomato. This is supposed to have a very sweet flavor to it. And it also has a disease resistant and heat tolerant, which is going to be perfect for here in Houston because we have a lot of heat here. So I'm definitely going to need that resistance for the heat. And this is just supposed to taste good. Not like a tomato, like a little piece of candy from what I was reading. So I can't wait to try that one. Carbon tomato. I'm going to say this name wrong. Sheboygan tomato? Maybe I said it right. I guess it's like aroma. It looks like aroma. And then Isis Candy Cherry. And this one, is this a cherry tomato also? It says cherry on it. Cherry-sized tomatoes, grows in clusters. So yes, cherry tomatoes. And this one is Rose de Bern tomato. And then we have a striped Roma. That one's pretty. And then Opalka tomato. And a lot of these Roma looking ones are supposed to be really good for canning, which I'm going to be doing a lot of this summer. So that's why I got a lot of Romas. This is Black Seaman tomato. The name is just neat. Look at that. That is a cool looking tomato. And then Napoli tomato. This is like another Roma type. We have the New Yorker. This is an early maturing determinate. This one says 65 days to maturity. So this one will be one of the first ones hopefully out there. Okay, next one is Abe Lincoln. And then we have the Paul Robeson. This one looks really nice. And then the early Cascade tomato. Although it says early Cascade, this one is 70 days to maturity, so the other one is still going to be done before this, hopefully. This one's cute, Blueberries tomato. So this one is a cherry tomato. But they're so dark and cute. And then 10 Fingers of Naples. So another Roma type here. And then Purple Bumblebee. This one is so pretty. It's a purple cherry variety with green marbling, it says. Very pretty. And this one is the Encardi Paste tomato. And then we have your basic Roma. And then a Grand Rio Verde Tomatillo. So I'm already growing some tomatillos right now. Hopefully I have one or two that survived. I'll have to check it. I'm not sure. If not, then I can maybe try one of these. Martino's Roma tomato. And then I didn't realize that I ordered two, but I have two pineapple tomatoes. And this one, excuse me, this one is supposed to have a sweet and tangy flavor to it. I can't wait to try that one. And then we have the Homestead tomato. And the last one is the Marglobe tomato. Okay, I almost forgot. I did have a very small order from Haas. So let me show you those. We have the Amish paste. We have Florida 91. And this is supposed to be really good with heat. So it's supposed to grow really well here. We have the Early Girl hybrid tomato. This one is ready in 52 days. Yeah, 52 days. So this one will be ready faster than the other. And then we have Kentucky Blue. It's a pole bean. Excuse me. And then we have the Haas Green Blaze Bush Bean. So very small order from them, but more stuff that we can try to grow. So I'm not sure which ones I'm going to start. I still need to go through the inventory of everything that didn't make it and what did. Well, what didn't make it, I already know. I need to go through what did make it so I know what I need to replant. Excuse me. That I think is it. I don't have any more seeds. I have a very small pack coming in, so I'll show you that when it gets here. Um, the next thing I need to do, I need to cut up my potatoes, so I'll probably do a video on that tomorrow. The other potatoes that were left, they should be ready to get cut now. That way I can let them harden over before we plant them. And I need to up pot the jalapenos, put them under the light so they have more room. And that should be about everything. Hopefully in about, I don't know, we're in the middle of February right now. So I don't know if I have to wait until the end of February or if I have to wait till March to get everything out into the garden. I've been putting everything outside for an hour or two every day so they can start hardening off. So I'm trying to get everything ready to go out there. I can't wait till I can go plant everything out in the garden. I'm so excited for that. So until then, this is all of my seeds, all the seed haul for now. So this is happy video at the end. Beginning didn't start out so happy with everything that I lost, but I love talking about seeds. So thank you for spending time with me. Please subscribe and like this video and join me on the next one. We'll have a lot more stuff to do before we start getting everything out into the garden. So thanks again for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.